Yeah, get some chairs. Yeah, take a minute. You want it? No. Wait, can I get a glass of water? No! Yeah. Good. Appreciate it. Alright, cool. Alright. So, Stranger Alan talked a lot about mindset and a lot of important stuff regarding mindset. I feel like there's a lot of base stuff, a lot of what comes out of you, whether it's your music or your content, needs to come from these places of humility and openness to opportunity, collaboration, and all those things. I'm hoping with my portion of the keynote that I'll give you a little bit more practical stuff that will add on to what Alan talked about. That's kind of my goal for my portion of the keynote. But just so you guys don't feel like I'm just talking out of my ass, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. So my artist name is Lerion, my first name is Raphael. Lerion is actually my last name. So quick background on me. I was born in New Zealand, raised in Australia. I grew up in the R&B hip hop dance culture. Has anyone seen that movie, You Got Served? Has anyone seen Got Served? Yeah. That's when I started dancing. After that movie, I was like, I want to do this. And then I later transitioned to metal and rock, and then classical guitar, and then much later I started making EDM. So this is me and my friend when I was playing metal, and then this is me and my brother. We used to be a classical guitar duo. At some point I made K-pop, just ignore that, don't worry about it.
Show us the rap
No. And then I took a break from music for a while, focused on university. I graduated as a graphic designer. I hated graphic design. And then, so I kind of worked in retail for a bit, and then accidentally found a passion for music videos. So what happened...
Wait, how do you ask what kind of passion?
I'm glad you asked. I'm in Australia. We what? What? No. Okay, so this is from a music video that I accidentally made and accidentally found a passion for. So I used to work in the LCBO equivalent in Australia. It's called Dan Murphy's. And one time, like every January or something, they would be like, okay, every store in the country needs to come up with a jingle to promote work safety. And usually it's people on the phone with the high-vis vest, and they're like, yo, safety's good, you should wear a helmet when you're doing, like, you know, working the forklifts, whatever it is. But like, little did my team know that I dabbled in music production and video. So I was like, can I just make a cool thing? And they're like, yeah, okay, just do whatever the fuck you want. And then I ended up making like a dance choreo. And this is like when BTS came out, so I was like, I did a little bit of that, did a little bit of rap, I got some of the people in it. And then that ended up going viral on the work. They were using Google, do you guys remember that Google social media that came out a while back? I forgot what it's called, it had a circle. But it went viral on that, and then I met the CEO of that company and all that shit. It was crazy. But that's how I developed the passion for music videos, because I was kind of, I guess I was good at it. That was kind of what I realized, I guess. And then later I moved to Canada, and then I started making music videos for rappers around the GTA. So this is a little screenshot from a music video that I made. And then eventually I was like, I don't like making music videos for other people, I don't make them for myself. And I came back to my own music, and then invested in independent music marketing education, and then transitioned into content creation and digital marketing. So that's kind of my, in a little bit of a nutshell. So, sorry. So, just so you guys know, I'm really not talking shit. These are some of my digital marketing achievements. I don't have as many as Alan. Alan's like fucking legend, but these are my humble ones. So this is my Spotify artist wrapped, the last one. 633k streams in the last year. We surpassed that. That's really good. I hit 1 million. I hit 1 million like this year, which is really cool. Went viral like 2 years ago and accumulated. This went from 0 to 120. Went from 0 here to 0 to 18,000 because of this viral video. And now I'm at a point where like I have like quite a few fans, so that like this song is my latest one, but like this girl has like no following at all. And then we did a collaboration, and she went from like 0 to 1,000 monthly listeners just because my name was on it. So that's like a really cool like. I didn't know I had that ability, but that's like a like when your digital marketing is effective, these are things that you can achieve. So it's like I just wanted to show that this is what you can achieve if you put in the right amount of work and then the right like you're smart about it. So I hope I'll share today. What else do I have? So this is like not me. So my last job, I got these guys from like 3,000 followers to 23, from 0 to 56, and this is the girl that I talked about before, where I got her from 0 to 1,000. So you can kind of see here that she was in that like under 1,000 like step zone, and then I got her to 2,500, and like that was. Thank you. I didn't even really promote that. So I was kind of lazy.
These ads from these guys.
Huh?
I got these.
You got ads? That's fucking hilarious. Probably. Okay, so the thing is, music marketing is so broad. So, and I could talk on and on about it, but I figured I really want you guys to come out of this night with some, you can execute like right out of the gate, right out of the door if you wanted to. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, where are you at? Where is everybody at with, like, where they are now? Why don't we start with, what's everyone's goal right now? Just yell it out. Where do you want to be? Like, your dream goal?
More people.
Reach more people? Yeah, nice. Did I hit EDC? You want to play EDC? Okay, cool. Is there anything else? You want to play international? Very, very cool.
Quit my job.
Quit my job? Yeah. Quit that job, let's go. Is there anything else? Make more music. Easy, very good. Finish school. Pretty simple, easy, good. Anything else? Okay, cool. So it's a lot of like get fiscally good with your music and basically play to more people. And it sounds like this is the route. Everyone wants this in this route, right? Okay, cool. Sweet. So, okay, now that we know where we want to be, where is everyone at right now?
Still working.
Still in school.
Less than 1,000 monthly listeners.
Less than 1,000 monthly listeners. Okay, good. Where's everyone else at with the music?
Trying to get my Spotify page up.
Okay, Spotify streams up. Yeah. Okay. What are your streams at right now? Like zero? Okay.
No page. Still
Zero.
working.
Okay. 0 to 1,000. Let's go.
No page.
No page. Okay, that's pretty simple. We can solve that pretty quickly. Anything else?
One song.
Your one song. Cool. One song. Is there anywhere else? I know that Eunice, you've released a song, but your marketing is pretty good. You have 2 songs out. Your social media marketing is pretty good. Your social marketing is pretty good. But everyone else, like the majority seems to be that we're fairly at the bottom. Am I right to say that? Yeah? Okay. All right. So, let me give you a little bit of a roadmap. So this is the roadmap generally for music marketing. This is, now keep in mind, like I subscribe to an independent music marketing service called Entrepreneur. And this is the system, but every music marketing system is pretty similar. But anyway, steps from going from stranger to fan. So we have the introduction. This is how people get to know you first. And then you have education. So once people know you, they want to learn more about you, right? And this might sound familiar because this is how you hear about other artists, right? So you go for introduction, education, permission. Permission is when you are moving from a social media, like you know this person from Instagram, and now you want to get them to know them better through emails or texting, right? How many people are subscribed to an artist via email or texting? Anyone here? Yeah? Yeah? Anyone else? Kind of, sort of? That's right. Now, nurturing. Nurturing is the stage when you've already subscribed to an artist and now you're kind of getting to know them. This is your getting to know them stage. This is where you give them exclusivity, some sort of like VIP attention. Not necessarily a subscription, but definitely attention. And then nurturing to affirmation, and then ascension and ascension too. So affirmation is like, okay, I recognize that you are a VIP, and I want to give you an exclusive deal, some sort of discount, some sort of only like my best fans know about this. This is affirmation. And affirmation is also like the first paid part of the system, a little bit. And then ascension too, this is like, okay, you pay for stuff, here's some more VIP stuff. So this could be like exclusive merch, like one-time merch, vinyls that don't come out only to my VIPs. Ascension 2 is like even bigger than that, like subscriptions, whatever it may be. And then we get to referral advocacy, which is basically like, these guys love you so much that they're gonna promote you for you. And then advocacy is basically the same thing where you can like hire these people to like be on your team to promote you like on the ground. So this is like the ultimate, like going from zero to like super fan. But judging from where we are, we're mostly here. So I'm gonna try to give you some tips on how to ascend at least into the first 3, the benefits of that, and then hopefully we can give you an insight on like actually be able to quit our job and like get this thing on the ground, right? So who does social media here? 1, 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, you guys do really well, yeah. I would definitely recommend the social media route at first. So, okay, when we're talking about introduction, this is like, we want to get in front of people's faces. Now, we've all heard about virality, right? Virality, do you guys know how TikTok works? Well, in Reels and YouTube Shorts, how virality actually works? Not really? You don't know? Okay, so basically TikTok will, when you post a video, TikTok will show it to your followers and will show it to, let's say, 10 people. And then it will kind of analyze that data. It'll be like, okay, out of these 10 people, these are the amount that watched it the whole way, these are the amount of people that watched it twice, these are the people that commented, these are the people that shared, blah, blah, blah. And if it takes enough boxes, it shows it to 10 more people. And then if it works with those 10 people, it shows it to 10 more people, and then 10 more people. But like, if it doesn't tick enough boxes, that's when it stops. So this is how you get into that 200, like, what do we call it? The 200 dead zone. So virality is that constant, like, TikTok is pushing it for you. Ads is you pay to win. Okay?
Pay to win.
Practical tip number 1. If you can't go viral, just fucking pay for it. But truthfully, it's dope.
It works.
It works.
It works.
Because this is the thing about paid, like utilizing paid ads. This is something that you can do. Even if you post a piece of content that didn't go viral, this is what you can do. You let's say you use Meta Business. You put it as an ad, you put money on it, show it to a bunch of people. Now, because it didn't go viral organically, it probably isn't going to do that well. But because you're paying for it, it's going to go on anyway. There will be people out there who still like it. There will be people out there. It's always like that. So what you can do is, let's say you're going to pick like some sort of metric. Let's say the metric is, okay, everybody that viewed at least 75% of this video. If you put enough money on that, let's say you've accumulated 1,000 people that viewed 75,000% of this video, you can retarget those people specifically and be like, hey, I just released a song. You can stream it right here. And you know that 1,000 people like fucking liked your content already. So that's already like a little bit there. Now the next step for that is like if you want to get to this stage, this stage where you want to move them to email marketing. This is like how I got to 1 million streams. This is what I did. So that video that I did that hit 4 million streams, I made that, and then on my link tree I was like, okay, this comes out next week, but if you want it right now, there's a link in my bio. Just give me your email address, and I'll send it to you directly. See that VIP like exclusivity? This is what like people want. So like you want to do this, you want to have that mentality where like everything that Alan was saying about like having humility but also being grateful about that. When you do things like this and then you get those fans, you want to be so grateful for those fans that you want to give them like that little extra touch. And these are ways where you can, the language and like the construction of how you give them that exclusivity, this is how you can do it. But like basically, if you can't go viral, use ads. But use both. Use both. Like for example, if you hit the algorithm, like use that video in an ad, and then it'll just like work like crazy. Let's see. What else can I teach you? Okay. So we want to go viral on social media. Wait, do we want to go viral on social media?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's assume that we're all gonna use ads at some point, but like we want to hit that organic. We want to get that free push, and so we don't want to pay for it, or we would like to pay as less as we can. How do we conquer social media? What's people who posted on social media, like what problems are you going through right now? Shadow ban? That's a fucking lie. You're not getting shadow banned. Your content's just not good.
Running out of ideas.
Anything else? We can talk about that. Anything else?
Running out of ideas.
Running out of ideas? That's okay. No worries. So running out of ideas, getting shadow banned. Anybody else running into problems?
Stuck between 500 and 4,000.
400, 4,000 views? Okay, that's good. That's good to know as well. All right. Anything else? Okay, cool. So let's work with that. Let's start with getting shadow banned at 500, 4,000 views. So I thought I was shadow banned as well too. And there is a layer of some things get pushed out more than others. But in my experience, so I don't know if I did a screenshot of this. Let me see. So this video right here, this is my most viral video right here. I posted this 2 years ago. Now, I've been always scared about reposting because I thought it was really lame, but I've been encouraged to repost. And the rationale there was, it's a good video. Like people like rewatching videos. So if you repost it, you're kind of just doing it for them. So it's like, okay, I'll try that. Now, this was 2 years ago, this hit 4 million then, and this hit 4 million because she shared it too. So it's like, okay, I'm probably not gonna hit that. But, so we're gonna test this reposting. And then keep in mind, before I reposted that, I was also in the, my views dropped from like 70K to like 1,000. I'm in the 1,000, like below 10,000 range now. But I reposted this and I hit like maybe 20 after having 900, 800, 700. So that says to me that I wasn't shadow banned. I was just making shit videos. But how do you make good videos? So this is when it's a balance of, okay, format and being, coming from a good place. Because I find that the more desperate you are for that virality, the less your shit is good. Even when you're making music, any time that you're like, man, I just want to get big, I just want to make good music, then at least for me, my brain automatically goes, okay, what artists do I like? I should make music like them. I should make music like Skrillex or Excision, whatever it is. But in reality, I should be making music that sounds like me, and then find the people who like music that's like me, and then just go ham on those people. And it goes for the same with content too. If I'm not going viral, I should make content like other people and blah blah blah. Now there is like there is a balance of it though. So my advice if you want to make good content is it's twofold. One half of it is this me or is it not me? And the second part of it is if the content is good, is the format good? Is it quick? Because there is a 2 second thing. You need to fucking make sure you get to the point in that 2 seconds. You really do. And then you need to make sure you get to the next point in the next 2 seconds. Because getting really good virality is about retention. It's about, okay, like everyone talks about the hook, but really in a big video, like a minute video, there's like 50 hooks. The first 2 seconds is a hook, and then the 4 second mark is a hook, and then the 6 second mark is a hook. If that story isn't like holding on, then you aren't going to get, you basically aren't going to get viral, because sometimes it's like you need to get enough viewers up to 50% and beyond, and then TikTok will be like, let's push this even further. So, takeaway from that is content good, format good. And that should get you over the 500, 4,000 mark. The 4,000, so this is an interesting thing. If you're posting a lot of videos, and you have some videos that are 500 and some that are 4,000, take a look at the 4,000 ones. What did you do better that you didn't do before? That's data. Even if you're going from like one 500 view video to like 1,000, and then 2,500. There's something there, you just have to see it. Sometimes it's the content, sometimes it's the format, sometimes it's both. There are clues in there, so pay attention to those clues. What else did we have? Someone else said something. I forgot. We had shadow band, 500, 4,000 views.
Oh, running out of ideas.
Running out of ideas, okay. I feel like this is when you should utilize what other people are doing, but also finding that balance, like when you're executing, like be yourself. Okay, here's practical tip number 3. Make a dummy account that is only who you want to see. So, does everyone have like a second email address that they don't care about? Yeah? Okay, cool. If that's not logged into TikTok, I would recommend making a TikTok account on that and make that your marketing dummy account. What you can do on this account is basically, if you know artists that you really like their content and they're in your genre, look them up, like all the videos, comment on them, share them, so that the algorithm knows I really fucking like this artist. And then on your FYP, anytime it's music, you like, comment on it. And if it's not music related, you click not interested. And you keep doing this for like 3 days. This will eventually optimize your FYP so you only see artists that are in your genre that are doing your content. This is a really nice way. This is basically marketing research, but like to your phone. I would highly recommend doing that. So that's ideas. But also at the same time, don't get sucked into doing what other people are doing. That's weird, it's a balance, right? Yeah, okay, cool, so that's answered. I don't know what else I can give you. Oh shit, that's not it. So, okay, assuming that's how you, is there any other social media questions? Because social media is, yeah, okay.
Why would a video go viral on Instagram Reels but doesn't on TikTok?
Yeah, that's so weird. I actually don't know. Because I haven't seen it. It's so annoying. Sometimes stuff goes viral on Shorts and I have no idea. I do notice that if it's a really heavy hitter, it will translate, but not all the time, and I'm not too sure. I would say though, if you always have ads running, your Instagram stuff and your Facebook stuff will always get views because you're paying money for it. So I wouldn't be too worried about that, but the why, I actually don't know. I feel like it's different audiences for some reason, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. You have a question?
Yeah, algorithm. Is that a real thing or is it just a myth?
I mean, like that part of the algorithm where going viral, I think that's real, like how TikTok works. And the thing is, like, it's so hard to believe because I remember recently they did that thing where landscape videos are doing really well. but then I keep seeing landscape videos that suck, and then landscape videos that do well. So I don't know how well it is, how true that is. But like, in my estimations, like a good video will always do well. That's why cat videos are always on my FYP. Like they always do well. Cat videos, it's fucking cat. But like, no matter if it's landscape or vertical. Yeah, anyway, my point being there is that a good video will always do well, no matter what. Don't fall victim to algorithmic hacks. Like, just focus on making good shit. Really.
So when you're like analyzing your own content, like what are the key like indicators for you to like for your own review to be like, hey, I should do more of this or I should do less of this?
Okay. So one part of it is the views that I mentioned before. Which views are going high, which ones are going lower. Sometimes, just like when you make music, having a break from a piece of content helps. Sometimes I'm editing a piece of content, and at the moment I'm like, this is bomb, this is sick, and then like a day later I'm like, this is complete ass, what the hell was I doing this? So sometimes a break is needed. But in terms of KPIs, the main ones are actually in the first hour, for me, it's shares. If a video isn't getting shares like right out of the gate, this probably sucks. Because like sharing like is like, oh okay, someone views your video and like, dude, I need to send this to my friend. Like, and if you have so many people like, yo, I need to send this to my friend, I need to send this to my friend, like this is going viral for sure. Because that's literally what virality is, getting shared, right? If my video isn't getting a lot of shares right out of the gate, then I'm pretty sure it's not going to do well. That's one KPI. Likes are pretty whatever. Comments are pretty good, but like comments are kind of getting whatever. I think shares is kind of a big thing. And then views for TikTok specifically. Like, you can kind of tell that a video is going to go viral just based off how quickly the views go up. Like this video, where is it? This video was going up, like first it was like 1,000 every hour, and then it was like 10,000 every hour. Like I was on the shitter and I was like, holy fuck, it's still going up. Like I just chucked a shit and got 30K views. This is crazy. So it's like that's, yeah, you can tell that's me. Do a couple other questions. Any other questions? Like social media is the hardest thing, so if you have questions, then let's go. And like keep in mind, like we have, yes?
Thoughts on hashtags?
Okay, hashtags are good for indexing. So like, for example, like if you like, I feel like some hashtags are very important. Like if someone's like, man, I really wish I could find a remix of some girl that's singing on the stairs, and then oh look, here we go. But like, I feel like for the search bar, yes. I've heard that, I've been told by some people who like work deeper in marketing that indexing helps the algorithm, like helps TikTok, oh okay, I should show it to these people. Which probably is true, like if it uses SEO. And I think it actually takes the captions in mind as well. So I would say, I mean like, at the end of the day, you have that real estate with the captions, so you might as well use it. So I'd say definitely yes, but if you're being lazy, I'll be like, yeah, that's fine too. Yeah.
When you're posting things, do you ever think about if something is quote unquote your brand and how you know what your brand is?
Yes, okay, this is a very important question. Branding and everything else. Brand is so damn important. What is brand? Does everyone have an idea what brand is, actually? Yeah. Sort of, okay. So, the biggest distinction that I can explain with brand versus music marketing. Music marketing is simply kind of going down this list, like getting from a stranger to a super fan. Branding is kind of like how people perceive you and the expectations that they have of you. So my experience with this is, after I went viral with that creepy song, I started experimenting because I was still in my experimenting phase, and then like my views went down. And my brand, I wasn't posting content that supported my brand because people knew me for like cinematic creepy music, and I was making music about like whatever it was I was making music for. Brand is very important because it's what people know you. And if you think about every artist that you follow, you know exactly like what emotion they have, what look they have, and like you know what to expect from these artists, and you should have that too. Like this is literally like what will define you as an artist. It won't define you as a person, but this branding stuff is so important for fans to like gravitate you when like you want to be the guy that's like, dude, I make like drum and bass and I'm Asian, like from Toronto. So, like I'm like I do cosplay, but I also work out, you know, or like my dad is hilarious, like. Like this is so to answer your question, branding is very, very important. When I'm posting content, what was your question? It was like when I'm posting content.
Do you think about, is this on brand for me, or you just kind of feel like, oh, I like this, I do this?
Definitely, I was like the latter part. So like, is this on brand or really? I'll just throw it out there. I definitely did that for the past year, and it hasn't. In my experience, hasn't done me very well. But like, I would say that nowadays, yes, definitely, especially like recently. Like I have when I'm sending emails to my marketing list, every time I send something that is on brand, they like actually respond back, and that's a very good sign that they're being receptive. When I send something that's not on brand, like it's basically crickets. So it's I would say it's very, very important to be on brand, especially if everyone's doing it. And like if you can establish that early, that's a really, really, really good thing to do. Now, I would also say you don't have to have that pressure. You don't have to have your branding right out of the gate. You can learn along the way. But the more you're on brand, the better you are from the offset. Onset, offset. Any other questions for social media? I won't go beyond the introduction phase because, yes.
What are some tips to like develop or start your brand?
Throw things at the wall and see what sticks. Because at the end of the game, when you're throwing things at the wall, you're trying to figure out. There are so many things. Like, are you a music producer?
Like DJ.
DJ.
/ producer.
Yeah. Okay. So you will have to figure out like who you are in music production, who you are in DJing, because there's so many DJs. So you need to find who you are. You need to find what people like from you. You need to figure out how to actually edit videos. You need to figure out how you like to be on social media. It's like all these things. Like it's like my day-to-day is I'll like work on a remix or something and a song, and then I'll post it I'm working towards posting it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, maybe a longer form content, and then my other duties with like, let's say JSTDRMN or whatever, and like that's like my day-to-day. But like it took me, and it's like one piece of video comes from a place of this is who I am as a music artist, this is who I am as an editor, and this is who I am just as me. And I know that my fans like that. So you need to figure that out, like basically from day one. So, but just throw things at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah. And that's basically what I did until it did stick. Yeah. Any other questions? Are we all good? If we all exit that door, are we all gonna be social media kings?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, that's not a question? Okay, good. Good. I want to see some social media posts. Any other questions before we, because I think we're good. There's no point going through all this because this is all like level 2. Okay, yes.
How do you like manage your time of posting? Like, do you have like a schedule or? You just post whenever?
It depends. Like with scheduling, honestly, if I use a scheduler, I find that schedulers actually suck. They do suck, right? Yeah. But I do have my preferred times. I think it's different for everybody though. But like my preferred times are like anywhere between like 12 to 5:30, generally like 5:30, 4:30, even 6:30, and not on weekends. But also I've had success on weekends sometimes. So it's kind of like I didn't really know what the rule is, but I do stick to. This is again like back to what works. Like okay, 5:30 keeps working, just keep posting 5:30, or like keep it there. Yes.
Kind of built on top of that. So for example, drum and bass, most tunes come out on Fridays. So do you think as a producer or anything, would you have a bigger advantage, for example, dropping your tunes on a Thursday, so you kind of get like a, you know, like a head rush than like other people doing it?
Well,
Is it like, it's kind of like not really about social media.
yeah, this is like, yeah, algorithmic Spotify stuff. Well, my opinion on that is Fridays are very good for releasing on Spotify specifically, is because you have a chance to get on the 2 algorithmic Spotify playlists, which are Release Radar and Discover Weekly. So the reason why it's Friday is because Release Radar counts from Friday to Friday your streams and activity. So if you can push your marketing to stream your song as soon as it comes out and it gets like a shit ton of plays and replays and saves, the next Friday, Spotify is very likely going to put you on a release radar. And this is like the jacked up release radar. Not like release radar where you follow your artist and you hear whatever they put out. This is like, oh, I'm giving this to people that don't even know who you are. That's a really good release radar. And then Monday to Monday is the same thing but for Discover Weekly. So like releasing on a Friday simply gives you just like that data, that like statistic advantage. And it carries through too, right? It's like Friday to Friday and then to the next Friday. Keeps going. Like I have 2 songs that I released like a year ago that are still on that crazy ass rotation because they just do well. And that's the other thing, like, you know, when you make good content and you start making good music, that's what you can expect when you start doing very well.
Like fundamentally, it's still got to be a banger, you know?
Exactly. Still has to be a banger. That has to be a banger from Jack.
Yeah.
Right? From us as individuals. We don't want to hear another Lerion. We don't want to hear another SYNCEDIN or Fred again. We want to hear like each individual here. We want to hear the personality that comes from this room, right? So like, you have to trust yourself, just like Alan said, right? Okay. Yes.
So you said you had a viral video, and then the past year you kind of been stuck in that same rut that we're talking about. So now that you're kind of realizing the steps that you need to take, like what would be some examples of something you would do? Let's say if you do had another viral video again.
Like what would I do?
What would you do? So like, I know it's probably not included in the introduction, but like when you get a viral video, like what would be your next step?
Oh, my next steps?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I would have a video goes viral. Immediately, I would set up a bribe to get people to grow my email list. So I would do the, oh, you like the song a lot, it comes out next Friday, but if you want it right now, give me your email address and I'll send it right to you. So that's step number 1, so to grow this email list. Step number 2 after that is I would immediately put that video on ads and just like go crazy on it, just put a bunch of money. It did well organically, so it's gonna do crazy well on ads. So let's do that and get even more traction. And then step number 3 is once they're in my email list, this is when I'm like, yo, like, here's like things that no one else gets to see, just you, my biggest fan, because you took the time to give me your email address, here's some VIP content, and then over time, the goal is I have a show coming up, I have like a merch drop, and because you are my biggest fan, you've been here since day 1, like I want to give you like this VIP, like this discount code or some shit like that. Only for my email subscribers. That would be kind of the journey that I would take them.
Related to that question, once you have a piece of viral content, what's the strategy in terms of follow-up content? If you make another video, like it, like what?
Yes, I would say so. Like, because clearly, if you've got a piece of content that goes viral, you've done something right. So you definitely do more of that. So long as it supplements and facilitates like where you want to be, right? Like something that I've seen that's pretty difficult is if you do something if you went viral that's not music and then you try to promote your music, sometimes it doesn't carry over. But if it's definitely in the same ballpark, like you just go ham, just keep kicking that horse until it stops giving you like a value. But yes, yeah, keep doing that, whatever that is. Yeah.
So when you're building this email list for your own promotion, do you also utilize that email list for other things? Like for instance, if you're doing like meta business and
yes.
you're importing those customer data into your ads.
Yeah, 100%. Like when you get enough people on your email list, you can literally tell Facebook, yo, like, can you show me more people who are my email list? And then they give you an audience, and then you can literally send them more videos, and then get more people that are like your email list. Like, Facebook has that capability of, I want you to give me everyone in the world who looks like at least like 1% to 10% of this person, of these group of people. You can definitely do that and use that for more retargeting. Cool. Any other questions? I think we're good. We're good, right? Everyone's social media kings here? Yeah?
And queen.
Queens and queens? Yes. Okay, good. Alright, good. Well, I hope you got something out of this, guys. Thank you again, Alan, for your insight as well. I hope you had, everyone got something out of this. I hope that everyone walks out of this zone has something to execute on. But yeah, I'm Raphael Lerion. This is Alan Stranger. Thank you for coming. And we're gonna proceed with open decks after this. But yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Please stay. We are going to do an open decks after this, so give us a couple minutes to set it up. But once again, thank you, Alan. Thank you, Raph. Hope this little keynote did provide you guys a little bit of insight and to show that what Just Dreaming really is about is we are more than just a DJ collective. We want to build a really tight-knit and strong community for everybody to take that artistic career to that next level. And if you're not a member already, feel free to chat with us, get to know us. If you're interested in joining us, definitely hit us up. We're all friendly, I swear. And yeah, so give us a couple minutes. We'll get the open decks set up, and we're excited to see what everybody's talents are, music are. Thank you, guys.
It is.